Star Wars fans, welcome to Middle Aged Kiwi Man collecting Star Wars figures. Great to be back and really excited today to share with you some vintage collection stuff that came in a box today. Filling in some gaps in my older vintage collection that I didn't have. Massive shout out to John from one of the local Facebook pages here in New Zealand. He was doing a claim sale, some amazing stuff on sale. Great guy, great deals. Thank you so much, brother, I really appreciate it. Also, last week it was the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. I did a little bit of a tribute video. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. That was fun to make. But also, thanks to the community for inviting me into some of the celebrations. So, particular thanks to the SWTVC podcast guys, or SWTVC on Instagram. I got to record a little bit of an audio clip for their latest podcast. You've got to check it out. It's so cool. Along with John Miko, along with Anthony from Imperial Communique, along with Toys of the Way. If I've missed someone, I totally apologise, but thank you, John, Evan, Tyler and Lewis. Your podcast is amazing. So honoured to be invited on there. Thank you so much. And then thank you also Brett on Fett for including me in his Return of the Jedi 40th celebration, which was fantastic. And he pulled together just tons of YouTubers, and I think it's a fantastically funny video, so you should check that out too. Gotta take a breath, but we're just gonna get a look at all the figures now, so thanks for sticking with me. Okay, continuing on the theme, we just talked about Return of the Jedi 40th. So the first one I've got here is Return of the Jedi B-Wing pilot, Kayan Farland. I'll just adjust the camera there. And I love these figures that come with, and the image is of their vehicle, you know, like the ATST, the ATST Raider, the AT-AT driver, all of that. And you can see there it's got the limited edition Boba Fett prototype armor sticker. Kayan Farlander is VC63, and you can see there on the back that amazing, glorious Kenner vintage figure. And I almost bought one of those the other day too, of the B-Wing pilot, but this one came up. John shipped these all with figure shield cases as well, which was pretty awesome, so they arrived really, really nicely. Another Return of the Jedi one that I didn't have is Orimako, or Prune Face, one of the Dracilian commandos from Home 1. He's really cool. The only other Prune Face that I have is from Power of the Force 2, so really happy to get this one on card. We'll have a look at the back. It's VC 114, and you can see there that's starting to get towards the end of the line for VC 1.0, and in fact I think the last one was VC 115, so that's the second to last before the line went on hiatus for a few years. So very stoked to have those. I'll put those to one side and we'll get stuck into the next lot. Okay, so the last three here that I got, so I bought 5. I'm really stoked to have this one. It's in such good condition. It is the Lost Line Jar Jar Binks. As you can see, it is unpunched. It's that sort of alternate card back, and one that they were actually thinking of, I think, when they were designing the original Kenner ones. And you can see there that there's 6 of them in the line. Of course, they all came together with that, I think it was an SDCC set with the frozen and carbonite Jar Jar Binks in the middle, but they were also in stores, and I remember seeing them in stores in New Zealand. I'll get back to that in a minute. So that was EP 101, so Jar Jar Binks from episode 1. And then we've got the Shock Trooper, and I think that looks fantastic. There's a V-Wing there, nice image of the Shock Trooper, again with that wonderful classic logo. We have a look on the back. EP303, the Shock Trooper, and those are the other ones. Again, unpunched, really, really cool. And this is why I can tell you that I remember seeing it in stores, because I'd only just sort of got back dabbling into collection, and I remember going into a store and I bought this one. So they had all of them side by side. Well, you can see this one's unpunched as well. At the time I could only afford to buy one, so I bought the one with the vintage card back because I thought that looked cooler, but I opened it up. Ideally I'd like to have it the other way with, you know, the carded one of these, because that image looks fantastic. But I now have the Lost Line one. I'm super stoked about that. And then the last one I got is EP404, the Sand Trooper, also from the Lost line. Again, it is unpunched. Again, wonderful images. Pretty much the same on the back as the others. It just highlights the figure that you've got and shows the others down the bottom there. The Bespin Leia, the Clone Lieutenant, and the Emperor's Wrath Vader. So there they go. And once again, just before I tap out, I did the same thing at that same store. I saw them side by side, but I bought this one. Oh, this one's punched, so it must have been hanging on the peg. That was VC112. But anyway, these 5 I picked up. Thank you again, John. What an awesome deal. Thank you so much for shipping them in star cases. I really appreciate that. I'm super stoked to have these in my collection. If you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.